Charmaine from Two Shabby Shoes. Thanks for joining me in the studio today. I'm going to be showing you Shabby Art Boutique's new digital collection, Vintage Love. I'm going to show you some of the pages that you receive in the digital kit, and then I'm going to show you what I created for my design team project, and then have a quick tutorial towards the end. I will put Shabby Art Boutique's information in the description box below, so all you have to do is click on the link and it'll take you directly to her Etsy shop, her Facebook page, Simply Shabalicious, and then to Shabby Art Boutique's blog, and you can sign up for her newsletter. And if you sign up for her newsletter, you have the opportunity to take advantage of all of the free digitals and designs that she has available. But within this, in the Vintage Love collection, you'll be getting over 80 individual designs. You get 24 papers, backing papers, pages in different sizes. Look how beautiful these are. And you receive 33, I think, 33 or 34 pages of fussy cuts. And just it's sort of mind-blowing the amount of stuff she puts into one kit. And one of the things about Vintage Love is that it's probably one of the most versatile kits that I have seen her put out. When you're looking at some of the papers and some of the fussy cuts, kind of automatically you think it's just Valentine's. Well, it's really not. I have been able to see at least 3 different styles, and that's just my own brain, but 3 different styles within this one kit. There's Valentine's, there's a pink and yummy, shabby gorgeousness, and then there is a sagey green, which just so many possibilities can come out of it. But she provides you with tags and roses and sprays and bouquets and bows, just so many fabulous things. And I want to show you my design team project, and then I'm going to show you how, with just a few of the other elements within the kit, that it can become Valentine's if I want it to. Look how cute. Look how cute. So creative, and oh my gosh. But I chose not to do Valentine's because honestly, I'm still in Christmas. I'm still making gifts. My house is still decorated, and I just couldn't see Valentine's. I was seeing the other portions of it, and then once I started doing the fussy cutting, I was like, oh look, this could be Valentine's too. But this is how the how one of the envelopes comes, and I'm going to show a tutorial on how to put one of these together, and then you get some words so that you can layer them within your project. Then some vintage photos and some frames. And then this little kit is a mini Vintage Love kit, and this comes free if you go over to Shabby Art Boutique and join her newsletter. This is one of the free things you have access to. And then you can create, whatever you want to with it. And there's so much inspiration over there. But look how cute these polka dots are. Darling, just darling. And I believe in the Shabby Art Boutique Etsy shop, available now is also a print and make pop-up card, which is really pretty. And I have not gone over to get that yet, but I will, because it needs to go, for me, it needs to go with the collection. So now I'm going to show you my design team project. I created this tag stand, tag holder, tag box. I'm not sure what to call it. But I made several of the tags from the kit, and made a stash box for myself so that I can just go to it and I can send out to friends and attach to gifts. I can make gift tags out of them. I can apply them to the fronts of cards and things like that. Sky's the limit. So here is the actual box that I made. And I took the one of the fussy cut pages. Carrie Ann designed a pocket which you can use within a journal or on the back of an envelope. You can do multiple things with it. But when you cut this out, there's score lines here and you fold them in and it creates a pocket you put within your journal. And I took this and I printed it a couple of times and I created this little box out of it. And these are papers from within the kit. And I printed on cardstock and I used these little fins, these little fold lines to fold in to attach to itself to make the box. And I created these little little legs for the box out of jewelry making pins, and then these are beads that I had. They have little hearts on them. It's so cute. I have not completed it because I wanted you to see how I took the pins and I bent them at a right angle, and then I hot glued them into place, and I put a little bit of E6000 here and a little bit of E6000 there to hold it and to keep them from spinning around. So when I get ready to finish this, I'm going to probably put a piece of cardboard in with another piece of the same paper on top of it so that I can get a little bit more rigidity out of it. And the sides are, I think I probably should have double card stocked for it to be firmer, but I cut out several of the pieces from the little pocket, and I layered them on top and just continued to layer and use the puff tape, the sticky back puff tape, so that it would have some depth and dimension. And then I just embellished with lace and eyelash trims. And these are die cuts that I use, that I have for my Big Shot machine. But didn't that come out cute? Oh, it's just so fun to create. So I'm going to show you my first one that I did. And that is, this is one I'm going to show you in a tutorial how to create this. Just with the pocket and the tag and some backing paper. And we're going to create the base for this tag. And I did this on the front of this one, and I've got an applique with, I did some fussy cutting underneath here to bring in the color because I needed some balance. Fussy cut some of the little flowers and sprays and tuck them underneath with one of her little bows. And this is from the fussy cuts as well. And on this side, I did put on the pocket and did some embellishments, and then I made a tag to go within the pocket, and I took one of the fussy cuts, and I've left this blank. I printed on the back, but I left it blank so that I could customize it to whoever I'm going to be giving it to as a gift, and put a little cupcake charm. And this one, I did a shaker card. I put some beads and sequins and some glitter. And I took one of the fussy cuts and the tag, and I cut out the center of the tag. And then I layered it on top of another tag. And I will... I left this blank so that I could customize it for gift giving, or I can actually glue it on top of an envelope or on top of a blank card. You can get blank greeting cards, and then you can write your own message on the inside, so you can customize it to any of the holidays or any special event, because, you know, it kind of looks like a baby shower almost. This one, a different shape tag from within the kit, and I just embellished with some of the fussy cuts and some appliques and cheesecloth and some buttons and vintage laces, and I backed it with one of her papers. And although it's hearts, it's, you know, it's lovey, it's not necessarily Valentine. So this is a glassine bag, and I have just taken some of the fussy cuts and some of my embellishments and layered on top. And I put a tag within, and look how pretty that tag is. Look at that, embellished with a little plastic flower. There's a little bit of shine to it. I stayed away from the bling for the most part. My Christmas gingerbread kisses, I still have glitter everywhere. The thing is so big and so sparkly, and it's so beautiful. And fortunately, we haven't had any snow in DC yet, so I'm still waiting to use it. And yeah, I promised I would run out in the snow and use my snow meter. So stay tuned for that if I should get any snow. But the back of this is just so sweet, and doesn't it remind you of like a candy striper from, oh gosh, it was like the 60s and 70s. They had candy stripers, the little aides that would work in the hospitals, and that just reminds me of that. It's just so sweet and endearing. But also could be baby shower or Mother's Day. And I also took some paper from the Victorian Romance collection from Shabby Art Boutique, and this has little cherubs. And it could be Valentine's, but it doesn't have to be. But it just goes so beautifully with this whole kit. And I wanted to have some extra space for writing a note if I chose to. But I, tore the edges and distressed it. And this is just on regular printer paper. No special weight to it or anything. I wanted it to be soft, and I crumpled it up and then flattened it back out. So made it look a little bit more vintage. But I do love the glassine bag, and I put a thumb hole there, and it was actually a little bit longer, and I cut it off. So don't toss away anything you cut off your glassine bags, because those can be attached down below or on the front. And I almost did another pocket because I really liked that look, but in the end I just stuck it into my scrap bin, so I have it for later. This is an envelope that comes within the kit, and I created a tuck spot with an applique and the embellishments, and then I created a tag to put in the little spot so that I could write a little note or a to from tag. And then I embellished this side. I printed on cardstock, and I printed on the back one of the great gorgeous papers that she provides in the kit. And these envelopes are very, very roomy, so you can put the tags that I created can go inside, and there's still plenty of room, still a lot of room. If you wanted to put 2 in there, you could do that, or 2 in a gift card, or even just a gift card without making a tag. But there's definitely plenty of room. And I will be putting I'll put a Velcro dot closure on here, but you could do a snap or the little policy closures, the 2 paper dots with the string. You could put that in there, and just so pretty what you can make with it. And this is another envelope that comes within the kit. And again, I made a tuck spot with my applique. And here I layered 2 of the postcards that come within the kit. And I die cut a little miniature doily and one of the roses from the kit. And I created an envelope in distressed pink around there. And again, I put another one of the little notes, the note paper from Victorian Romance. I think a gift card will fit in this little envelope. It's just the perfect size. And if it doesn't, then you could put another tag. There's plenty of tags that can come from the beautiful papers and embellishments that are provided. And then I decorated the back with some more of the eyelash trim and some of the polka dot ribbon. And again, I printed on the inside, and any of these will fit. This is the long tag and with the pocket, which I did end up cutting a little bit off of the top to fit inside the envelope. But you don't have to. I just wanted a more comfortable fit if I chose to do that. And again, put a snap or a Velcro button to hold it closed. Isn't that adorable? And these are the, this is one of the, file folders, and I'm using it to hold some of the fussy cuts and tags that I would use to make more or to embellish these as I'm customizing them before I give them away. Some of the postcards, and I just backed it, backed the paper on the inside, and then it just sits really cute in there. So now I want to show you just a couple of ways. I mean, you can see that this is by no means Valentine's, and that's this kit just, it blows my mind, because you can, it just depends on, actually, I think, what it is you need, what occasion you need it for. This could be Mother's Day, or it could be a baby shower. But as soon as you tuck in just a little heart, you can tuck it in, glue it down, and then it quickly becomes Valentine's, right? And I have a whole little group of things here to show you. You could do that, or hugs and kisses, or take any of the phrases and glue them on with some of the other embellishments, and it instantly becomes a Valentine. I just love that, because it's just a base. These just become a base. I just love it. Absolutely love the creativity for her that she's come up with these. And all of these, I used all the same laces and trims throughout each one, and they all look so different. Like this one has the die cut on it, and I took, it was too long, so I cut off a little bit of it, and I added it to here. And then each one has some of the same cheesecloths and appliques. But all you have to do is just add in, tuck into a little spot anywhere, and it instantly becomes a Valentine. I think it's amazing. Absolutely amazing. And you can do that with the envelopes as well. Just so sweet. And you can put them on the back, add them to the back of this with one of the little messages, the little words. And then this one I created a jangle, and you can put this on any of this stuff. If you have the hole in the top of the tag, you swap that out and it becomes Valentine's. Look how sweet this little girl is. Any of these, tuck these in like this, and there, you've got Valentine's. Just that easy. But I just wanted to show you how easily you can transform all of these things into an actual holiday if you choose to. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and clear all of this off, and then I'm going to show you how to put the long envelope together and the long pocket tag. And I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to start with the long pocket tag. I've already cut and scored the pocket, so I'm just going to fold along the lines that she provides for you. Makes it very easy. She does all the work for you. It's amazing. And then I'm going to use the bone folder and just get a nice good crease on here. If your pockets that you're gluing onto your pages have the little fins on them, it allows you to put more inside versus making it a pocket from a flat piece of paper. You're only going to be able to put so much in. So if you have the little fins, then you can put a few more or have one with, you know, lots of embellishments on it. So that's why those are there, to give you more room. So I'm going to glue this onto the backing paper and making sure that you get all the way up to the edges of where you're going to be cutting so that you don't have it separating. But I printed on 110-pound cardstock, and I'm backing it on, I believe this is 32-pound just printer paper. And this particular one doesn't really matter because the pattern is sort of random on the paper that I chose. If you were having some of them have some texts on it or a pattern that has a direction, you have to make sure that you are you know, going the right direction. And my work table, I just got glue all over it, but you can see I need a new one because I did clean it and it just isn't coming clean. So I'm gonna let this dry for just a minute, and then I'm going to cut around to create the tag, and then we'll glue the pocket on. Super simple because she does all of the work for you. I used, the glue I used is Fabri-Tac, and Fabri-Tac is good for paper to paper, even though it specialty glue for fabric to fabric or fabric to paper. The art glitter glue, which I'm going to use in a minute, is more geared toward just paper to paper, although you can get it to work with some of your embellishments and fabrics. I find that the Fabri-Tac does a better job. And you can cut these with scissors if you prefer. I like a straighter edge. I'm not the best at cutting straight. So, yeah, I will use my blade over anything else always. And I have this, what is this called? Excel. It's kind of an X-Acto knife, but you get a more precision with it. Some of them are swivel. I don't have the swivel one, but I do have this one, and it really works for details and curves. Just make sure that your blade is really sharp. Mine does need to be replaced because it will leave some jagged edges. And see it, I'm talking and shouldn't be, and I've slipped a little bit, but you get the idea. And then I just take the bone folder and smooth out those, and then take my scissors and clean it up just a little bit. And I will clean this up when I have more time. I just wanted to show you how simple it is to create this pocket tag, and we're almost done with it. And then you can go on to the fun part of the embellishments. And I think, yes. So now this will just fit right on top of here. And you can ink any of this up if you want to. I think I'm going to put a little bit on here just so that I don't have to do it later, which you still can if you glue it down. But I'm going to put this on here, and I'm going to use the art glitter glue. And this art glitter glue, you have very little time. Once it sticks, it sticks. And it does come apart, but you run the risk of damaging your papers. And, you know, that's sort of not what we were running to. There we go. That is it. And if you put too much glue, then it will ooze out and your pocket perhaps could glue shut in certain areas. All you have to do is stick something flat in there to pop it up. I usually use my blade or my bone folder. You stick it in there and just to make sure that it doesn't stick. How cute. Done. And then when it's dry, see how much room you have, and there is a lot of room in there. Really cute. So now I'm going to show you how to put this one together. This is another style envelope that she provides, and it's just so cute. So cute. I've already scored. She's put the score lines in for you, and I've already scored them. And I have a scoreboard, but you don't have to have a scoreboard. You can use the back side of your scissors or a butter knife, anything that's not too sharp. I used a seam ripper, the blunt side of the seam ripper. I used that for several months before I decided that yes, I was going to be continuing to paper craft, and so I started buying some supplies. But it's really not necessary to have that. So we're just going to fold these up, and she does provide you with the angle to cut the corners of your flaps. But if you don't, you should get into the practice of folding your sides in first and then folding up the bottom, because if you have a long piece of paper coming down in, or a piece of paper coming in, it's potentially it could hit this and prevent it from going all the way in. If you're shorter pockets. So if you just get in a habit of putting the sides in first, then you'll never run the risk of that happening. Most times I just cut it off so that it's angled more. But this is going to go like this. And I think before I glue this closed, I think I'm going to put a tab up there, a slot. So you could even do it like that if you wanted to. And I'm going to round the corners. So this is a small hole punch, and you don't have to have a hole punch. You can use the corner of the ink. You can use this. You can also use this if you don't have the corner round, which I'm gonna use in a moment. But anything that will give you just the little notch for your thumb to go in. That way, when you put your paper in your tag, you have a thumb spot to grab from. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to round these corners right here. actually, I think it's a little bit long. Yes, I can see that I've left some of the, white on here. I'm going to take this off just a little bit so that it closes just a little bit better. It wants to bend it. I don't want it to bend. Let's see if that's, oh yeah, that's better. Okay, great. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put the glue on here. Make sure. There we go. Yep, and you want to make crud. In order to make sure that you get it right up to the edge, you can go ahead and just put the little bit of glue right along the edge here. That way you get full contact. Now I've made a mess. There, it's all done. Isn't that the cutest thing? Oh, I just love this style. Absolutely love the style. So this could go in here. If you had a string, if you were making it a hanging tag, you could put a string on there and you would be able to reach in and grab that. But it's a couple different styles of envelopes. So beautiful. Well, I'd like to thank you for joining me in the studio today for my design team project, and so that I could show you Shabby Art Boutique's Vintage Love and the short tutorial on how to do the envelope and the long pocket tag. Thanks again for joining me. I hope you had a good time. I did. Thank you. Bye.